Hey, my name is Matt Storer and I repair saxophones for a living. And today I just wanted to show you something that at least I find interesting. During World War II, the American saxophone manufacturers, well, musical instrument manufacturers in general, but that included the saxophone manufacturers, were prevented by a special order from making musical instruments because they were made of materials that were needed by the war effort, like brass. And the factories, which were, of course, full of machine tools and people that were trained to use them, were converted to the war effort. And Conn made altimeters, which I have one here. And this actually still works. If I was to hook up a tube to this, you can like blow into it or out of it, raise or lower the pressure, and this actually moves. Pretty cool. Um, but I've actually shown that one before. But what I didn't know until recently was that they also made observers' compasses. What's an observer's compass? Well, this is an observer's compass. I actually have two of these. This one is missing a cover here, and the ring of the compass reading is off of its mount. But basically, it's a flashlight. And what you're supposed to do is the cover's on, you raise up this little prism, you sight the object in the distance, say like a surfaced enemy submarine that you're interested in, and you look through this prism, and you'll be able to see the pretty precise compass bearing beneath it. And then you can note that and try and find out where the enemy is or whatever thing of interest you're looking at. Here is the tag that the compass was inspected. You can pause that if you want to read it. And this is also the same tag that you'll see. It's got different stuff written on it, but it's the same tag that you would see on saxophones of that era, showing that they were inspected. Now, my second observer compass is slightly different. Let's see, go ahead and show you the front here. And this one still has the cover on top, but the compass is more messed up on the inside, but again, it's a flashlight. This one's different on the bottom, but you can get a little bit better idea that if you were to use the flashlight, the reading would be illuminated just through the prism, and wouldn't be giving away your position to anybody else. And this one is kind of cool because it has the paperwork with it as well. And I'll open that up so you can read it. I'll try and move it a couple times so the glare doesn't render it unreadable. But you should be able to pause it in a couple different spots and read through that if you would like to. But yeah, I just thought you might find that interesting. Some compasses made by C.G. Conn in the United States. Both of these, I believe, said 43 on the, let's see. Yeah, this one was done in April 17th, 1943, so still a relatively young as far as the American involvement in the war is concerned. I feel like this one might have something in there that says similarly. But anyhow, that is a old CG Conn. Yeah, this one says serial number 3352-1943. Mark 1, Model 0. And let's see, what's this one? Serial N494-43, Model 0, Mark 1. So slightly different. And this one said Ever Ready on it. Here we are. The other one said something different on it. So I'm guessing that they were just kind of like the flashlight portion seems like they were putting together from different sources, but the compass was finally assembled, and imagine that the more finicky parts were made by Conn, and then regulated and so forth. But anyhow, World War II, American saxophone manufacturers made some interesting stuff. I know that bomb fuses were something Holton made. I'm not totally sure what Martin made. There's like some doctoral theses out there that I haven't like paid to rent from LexisNexis or wherever it is, but there's some research that's been done on what the American saxophone manufacturers did during the war, and that's something I'd be interested in learning more about. Anyhow, hope you found that interesting, as I do, working on these old saxophones. People are like, why are they different from before the war and after? Well, they closed the factory for 4 years. A lot of the men working there went off to war. Many didn't come back. If they did come back, they probably came back different. And they just weren't making saxophones. They were making something completely different. The name stayed the same, but many things changed in the 4 years that those factories were closed. And when they came back, it just wasn't quite the same as it was before. But there you have it.